Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer from Lagunitas. I have a little bit chilled, so that's how it turns out, but this is Unrefined Shugga. So I guess it's different from their brown sugar. This is their take on, I guess, a strong ale, but they call it a barley wine. I think it's strong ale is on the label, but this is a 10% ale. It's got barley, malted wheat, crystal Munich, and then unrefined vanilla sugar. So unrefined vanilla sugar is pretty much the raw form of sugar that you can use. Or the rawest is what they say. And yeah, see how this kind of guy turns out. And it's generously hopped, so it's got Simcoe, Columbus, I think Cascade, Centennial, so a bunch of the classic ones, or some of the classic ones there. Beer is quite nice. Comes in a beautiful kind of like medium deep amber color. So let's say nice kind of like medium amber, yeah. Really nice clarity to this guy. Kind of like a light to medium tan head. Nice yellow hue to it. Almost like drank some, but let's actually see where this goes. Okay, bottled 302 Julian. They still use Julian refused bottle date. I think I've seen some products that are bottle dating, but that puts it not that new. We're talking, no. Oh yeah, pretty good. So 365 days out of a year, you go, it's like somewhere in October, end of October, somewhere at end of October. So we're in January, in December. So yeah. It smells malty. I mean, honestly, it smells a little oxidized. Like it's a big hoppy beer. So I don't know. A little bit of that crystal malt, kind of chewy kind of brown sugar note, caramelization, but it has a little kind of like papery thing to it. Cheers. Do have a decently chilled. Maybe it's just what the beer tastes like. I mean, I assume it's not like heavy dry hopping what you're doing. Yeah, this is like sort of like what I expected, right? This is, I guess, one of their seasonals right now. So, big, clean, dry beer, 10%. It's very sneaky, actually. Almost drinks like a. Honestly, drinks a little bit like an old double IPA. Sort of, I smelled it. I think it might be there. That it's just like not as fresh as it can be. But beer like this should stand up to it with the big bittering chart that ideally they're using. And yeah, okay, maybe go back on that. It's maybe not, yeah. I don't know what it tastes like fresh, but it's a big, sticky, dry beer. Does that make sense? Let's go back in. The real impression of sweetness up front, the unrefined sugar. So there's a really nice impression of like brown sugar and like the crystal malt's playing in there too, and then it smacks with a lot of bitterness. So this reminds me of like a Sierra Nevada beer. I mean, we're in the range of like West Coast, like traditional kind of like big hoppy beers. So it's not abrasive and tacky as maybe, or for sure not tacky as American Bastard. That's actually a beer I haven't had in quite a while. I actually reviewed it. Someone enjoyed it, and then missed it on one of our blind tastings. Probably must have been last year, yeah. Where it was Aaron Cabassin blind in that one, and I guess it was barley wine. This I don't think you can guess is barley wine. It just doesn't have that malt structure nor that tearing bitterness. But it's definitely up there. So I think it actually does a very good job separating itself from double IPA to barley wine. It's not as dark. Really has a dryness of a double IPA, but more kind of just like mulchy soil character to it. And then it's got this pretty like clean West Coast kind of dry character to it. Super sneaky. Super sneaky, yeah. Super sneaky. It comes in at like, I would guess at like 8%. But and as you drink more, there's a little bit more of this kind of unrefined sugar thing. So it's like this kind of like, what is it? The stuff that they put in the brown little packets. It's like brown sugar, like the crystally one. I forget what's called, like cane sugar out of the bag. Whatever. It's one of those phrases. It's that crystally crunchy brown sugar, and sort of get that like it's this sort of like a big West Coast bigger double IPA, but then has a little bit of that unrefined sugar kind of flavor to it. Quite nice. Yeah, I mean, tasty beer. Nothing too specific about it. You know, nothing too like, okay, it's dry. It's got a nice bitterness. It's got some malt character up front. As I'm smacking my lips, yeah, there's some amount of residual sweetness because, like, you know, there's one trick that you can sort of say, like, you know, as you drink it, the amount that's sticking to your lips, like, oh, there's a certain amount of sugar in here. It's fine. And as I drink it more, I get a little bit more kind of the citrusy tone to it. It's got this kind of like red grapefruit and kind of like almost as if you cooked grapefruit and caramelized it a little bit. So the hoppiness definitely comes in. So hop character as well, along with the strong bitterness that lingers. It makes this beer so drinkable at the ABV. So dumb drinkable, and be careful with this guy. It's good. Let's go with a solid. Again, for me, I wish it just had more like stuff going on. But it's a really nice, tasty beer. Let's go with a solid 86. 86. That is Lagunitas Unrefined Shugga. Let me know what you guys think. This is something you guys enjoy. I mean, hell, basically no brews are doing no brews are doing strong ales anymore. And I actually don't even think I can find Arrogant Bastard fresh here anymore. I think I could at a moment, but I don't think I've seen that recently. Maybe I should search for some. And the only place that you find it would most definitely be Total Wine. I don't think any of the small retailers carry that, because I don't think many people are buying Arrogant Bastard. So, and as you drink it more, and as it warms up, it really gets more brazenly bitter. So definitely the realm of strong ale. It's just bitter and it's ripping. But it's just pushed back a little bit, which is quite nice compared to something. Again, I when I had Arrogant Bastard, I guess it was American Barley Wine because I thought it was Sierra about a Bigfoot, and I was wrong. And Master Cicerone, Brian Reed is correct, and I missed that one. But here, I guess American Strong Ale is probably the only thing you can guess on this guy, right? Outside of like red or rye IPA or something like that. Can't really guess as a double IPA. Maybe you can guess as a double IPA, like a darker double IPA, but yeah. Big bitterness, big boozy guy, but really nice and clean and well executed. Does that kind of like really nice dry thing that the Russian River beers do, but it obviously has a lot of crystal malt in here, and there's that unrefined sugar that makes it a little bit different. 86. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Until next time, guys. Cheers later. Blah blah blah. Katie always laughs that I repeat myself, but yeah, let me know, guys.